guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich.
What's up, guys? It's Kyle from Nothing But Reds.
And today we're going to be discussing the Timo Werner transfer saga, him moving from RB Leipzig in the German Bundesliga, potentially to Chelsea in the Premier League or to Kyle's club, Liverpool. So Kyle, man, what's up? How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. But how you doing?
I'm not really doing that well.
Exactly.
I'm not.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Because
Man,
the news, what was your reaction when you first saw the news?
Well, I mean, the first thing was I woke up in the morning and I saw the reports that he was signing with Liverpool, right? He had agreed a deal in principle. And then it was actually, I got a text from my buddy who does podcast, Yanks of the Cop, and he said,
Yeah,
it's official. James Pearce confirmed it. He's going to Chelsea. And man, it's just like a gut punch, man. Because like we've been scouting him for two seasons.
I'm telling you, that's how I felt when. Well, it's not official yet. Yeah. But that's how I felt when the whole Alexis Sanchez to Man City was a big thing, and the fact that he was at Barcelona with Pep, and Pep was Alexis Sanchez was doing big things at Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
And we were supposed to get Sanchez, and then the last minute he went to United for, with a swap deal with Mkhitaryan. I think that was the deal.
Yep.
Yeah. And big wages, like huge, ridiculous wages. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and I admired Sanchez so much as a player. After that, I can't say the same. And
that was just a bad move for him.
Yeah. And look what happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
But not to go too off with the whole Timo Werner thing. Yeah, you guys have been linked to Timo Werner for quite some time. And if you follow the timeline from last summer, he actually extended his contract and put the release clause in. So if there's any, big clubs circling around, they would have to pay, a good bit of money, which was 49 to 55 million pounds was the figure. And Timo Werner was a hot product, but not as hot as he is this season. This is one of his best seasons,
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt, one of his best seasons. Yeah, I think he has like 28 appearances, 27 goals or something. He's on fire, man. He's on fire.
Actually, I actually just did on my live stream. I went through his whole profile, his stats. He has 40 appearances in all competitions this season, 32 goals and around like 8 assists or so. He's been involved in 43% of RB Leipzig's goals all season. 43%.
It's amazing.
So you could see his contribution to the team. You could see what he brings to any team. And I know Liverpool has goals in them. They have Salamane, Firmino, goals from midfield, goals from, the fullbacks as well. But with Timo Werner added to the team, it would have just bolstered your squad even more. It would have made the team even more formidable, even more, like intimidating.
No, absolutely. And I think the big thing with Werner was, you're right, our front three give us goals nonstop, especially Salah. And Firmino's kind of our creator up there. And I think we just don't have a backup Firmino. We have backup wingers, everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think Werner just would have boosted our ability to compete in every competition, not just the Champions League and Premier League, but, if we needed to, we could rest Firmino and bring in Werner and still be deadly. You know what I mean?
And a lot of people are saying that, look at what Liverpool are doing. They don't need these big marquee signings. They have Salah, Firmino, Mane. But I'm like,
I don't think he's that big of a mark. He's a big name. Don't get me wrong.
But not a marquee for you.
Yeah, no. I mean, Liverpool aren't really known for spending astronomical amounts of money anyway, except, Van Dijk was like the big,
that's a big
75 million. You know what I mean?
But the thing with Van Dijk, though, Van Dijk used to play for Southampton.
Right.
So he commanded a big fee, but was he a big player at Southampton when you really think about it?
No.
He wasn't winning anything. The Netherlands.
The quality was always there, though.
The quality was there, but the Netherlands didn't even qualify for the World Cup.
Right.
I don't think they didn't qualify for Euro 16. So I think it was good scouting because he was there at Southampton for some time. why didn't City go in for him earlier? You understand what I'm saying?
No,
or even
absolutely.
a United, or
Yeah.
even Liverpool. It took some time for his quality to show. But not to stray too much from the Timo Werner, I think him added to Liverpool team would have added another dimension. You see what I mean?
Completely agree with you.
And I was saying, even if he may not start every game for Liverpool, coming off the bench, he would come off the bench to devastating effect because of his speed and his quality.
Yeah, he's exceptionally quick, and he started out playing on the wing too when he was younger. Yeah. The biggest thing here, so the report is saying that Chelsea offered him, it was the wages, right? It was the wages. It's 200,000 a week. Yeah. And if you look at Liverpool's payroll now, I believe our highest paid player is right around that 200,000 a week.
They don't dish out that type of money.
Yeah, we're not going to match that. So to a certain extent, first off, I just want to say for Chelsea, great signing, because Chelsea need that striker.
So you're saying that you have already you're giving up. You have already given up.
All right, look, I don't give up. I'm not giving up at all, because Liverpool have been known to kind of sweep in and
what I'm saying.
Get players look at Fabinho. United was looking at Fabinho for at least a season, and then Liverpool never heard a thing about him when we signed him. So. Yeah, and you're right. It's just in principle. They haven't. Yeah. It's not pen to paper yet.
That's the report. That's what the reports are saying.
Right.
But the thing is, before this, I don't know. Sometimes my intuition be telling me, like, Dominic, just make a video about such and such. It's a concept, but make a video about it. And I was thinking I should talk about Chelsea potentially signing Timo Werner ahead of Liverpool. Because Liverpool are kind of, I think Liverpool were actually waiting for the release clause to expire so that they can get the deal down to like £30 million. You see what I'm saying?
Because so if this actually happens, I'm blaming you. I just want you to know that.
No, but that's and then I read about it and I'm like, yo, that actually made sense what I was thinking, because if you don't activate the release clause for 52 million, then you can therefore negotiate at any price. And we all know that Liverpool, they love a bargain. They didn't even pay 50 million for Salah. I don't think they paid 50 million for Mane either.
Salah was 43.
Yeah.
And then Mane was 35. Amazing deals.
What about Naby Keita?
Naby Keita was 54 or 53.
And the thing is, Liverpool, and that's why I don't know. I think Chelsea put the deal on the table, the contract on the table, but I don't know yet. It has to be signed, sealed, and delivered for me to be like, okay, yeah, because Liverpool has good history with RB Leipzig with the whole Naby Keita deal. Chelsea has history with RB Leipzig too, because Ethan Ampadu is there on loan. So, I don't know if they're going to allow Ampadu to stay at Leipzig, or I don't know. I don't know how this thing is going to go down. But from what I get from this, I think Liverpool are playing around. They either
no question.
Yeah,
no question.
Either they're playing around, or they have the deal already and they're like, yo, Chelsea, you could go ahead and make yourself look like a fool. We have this. This is done. Werner wants to come to Liverpool. We have already agreed. So you could go and try to hijack the deal if all you want. The man has his eyes set on Liverpool. We have already offered him a contract, but we're just keeping things on the hush-hush. And then we're going to announce the deal. You see what I mean?
So, yeah, and Dominic, I completely agree with you, but let me tell you what is really making me think that it's over is the fact that James Pierce reported it.
Because that's
and when
reliable source.
James Pierce is like the Liverpool reporter, right? I mean, not to say he's perfect, but when he says, he won't become an LFC or they're not willing to meet the release clause, there's kind of some truth there, at least part of me thinks that. But
that's
if
what
you
I'm
take
saying.
James Pierce out, like you were saying,
yeah,
I completely feel like Liverpool are still in the hunt for this guy.
But the thing is, what I was also saying was, why would RB Leipzig not take 52 million, but take 30 million? You understand?
Yeah.
30 million from Liverpool, 30 to 35 million, because Liverpool waiting for the release clause to expire so that they could get a better deal on the player. And why not take the 54 million pounds put on the table by Chelsea? And also I heard that, like I read that RB Leipzig want that 52 million up front, like cash up front. Ain't no installment kind of thing up front. And Chelsea has that type of money, because I don't know if they receive all their money from Eden Hazard. I doubt, but they
haven't bought anyone in 2 transfer windows.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they did make
Kovacic? They kept
Kovacic's deal,
yeah,
permanent, and that's 45 mil.
Right.
But the thing is, they just sold Morata to Atletico Madrid for 56 million.
Wow, was that much?
Yeah,
wow.
And they sold. So they recouped the money that they paid for him, basically, I think, and they sold Eden Hazard for all that money. I can't remember. I think
like 88 or something.
Yeah, 100
million. Something 88, 100. It was up there.
And then there's a whole lot of other players who they sold. So the little 8 mil, 9 mil, 7 mil that adds up. Plus, there's a few players out on loan like Victor Moses and Kennedy and a few other players for Chelsea that they can also sell, because we see the pattern now where a lot of loan deals are being made permanent because clubs are not bothering with the negotiating for, when they could already say, hey, we could just keep the player that we have already.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chelsea have the money.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
No
Chelsea
question.
have the cash that they could front up. Plus, they're willing to spend because they weren't able to spend in the last couple transfer windows, despite them bringing in Hakim Ziyech, which is also another great signing.
Yeah. Chelsea's been making some good signings.
That's a good signing right there. Plus, they already saved money from promoting Reece James, Mason Mount, Tomori, Billy Gilmore from the U team. So you see right there, you see Chelsea are rebuilding. Plus, they're going to have Champions League football.
Yep.
It's a very attractive club to go to. And for Timo Werner too, say, for example, you're Timo Werner, I'm the agent. I'm your agent. I'm like, yo, Chelsea, they brought over the terms, 190 to 200 million pounds a week.
Rejected. I'm going to Liverpool. That's what I'd say. That's what I would say.
almost 10 million a year. You basically guaranteed game time, because Timo Werner I would start Timo Werner ahead of Tammy Abraham for sure, any day.
If you wouldn't start Timo Werner ahead of Tammy Abraham, something's wrong with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then, even if Lampard wants to play Tammy Abraham, Werner could play on the left side.
Exactly. Yep.
And I would play Werner ahead of Pulisic.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because he is more. He delivers more often. He's more consistent. Pulisic is very iffy, and he's
Pulisic
more injury.
is just raw still. He's so young.
But I like. Don't get me wrong. Pulisic is really good. Not to discredit anything he has done, but I think Werner has more confidence. I'm seeing there's more bravado about Timo Werner than there is.
Absolutely. And let me just input here, because Timo Werner, he's 24, right? So he's at that point in his career where he wants to make the big move to the club that he's going to spend his prime years with. So
exactly.
You bring the thing with Liverpool. All Liverpool fans know that if we were to bring him in, he would be at the moment a backup to Firmino. I mean, that's just how it is.
He would be on the bench.
Yeah. He would be playing absolutely he would probably be subbed on every game, most likely.
Unless Klopp changes his system.
To a 4-2-3-1. Yeah.
Or playing Timo Werner up top with Firmino as a secondary striker.
Oh, I see.
Or giving Firmino a free roam in the midfield.
Yeah, and so I would think he would give Firmino a free roam in the midfield if he's changed to a 4-2-3-1. But if he played like you said, where it was like a 2 up top, so what are you thinking, like a 4-4-2?
But what I'm thinking, a 4-3-3, but a more defensive 4-3-3 with 2 holding midfielders and Firmino in the middle.
Just free roam. Okay.
Free roaming in the middle.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And because, for example, Sadio Mane and Salah, they're gonna cut in. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson always gonna overlap. So your midfield isn't gonna be, too short of service. You understand what I mean?
No, absolutely.
But I could, I was telling people in the live stream, and I know FIFA career mode is just fantasy, but Timo Werner signed for Chelsea in career mode, and he ripping it up for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Whilst for Liverpool, they still had Firmino, they had Salah, they had Mane, and it's currently 2024 in my save. These guys are still at the club. They brought in Aubameyang from Arsenal. That's the player they brought in. And I was like, not to go too off, but I was like, I think because the game is connected to the internet, if these things get fed into the game.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, and the game actually, it simulates the transfers based on what's going on Twitter and on stuff like that. But that was just another indication that I was like, yo, Timo, that was as a sign. But it would be really disappointing for the Liverpool fans. And how are you going to look at Timo Werner now as a Liverpool fan? The fact that he was talking up Liverpool, basically teasing the Liverpool fans, and the fact that Klopp is German. How do you feel that he's going to snub you?
So that's a good question, honestly. So I'm a very level-headed Liverpool fan, right? I don't get too angry, too happy or anything, but I think objectively, it's a good move for Werner, for him, because he'll start. Absolutely, he'll start. And he's, like you said, they're rebuilding. So for him to come in at the age he is and start, I think that's a great move for him. Financially, obviously, it's a great move for him. But as a Liverpool fan, I wanted to see him come in because I know Firmino's not going to be at the top of his game for more than another 3 years, maybe. Yeah. So, and they're all getting up there,
Yes,
so the thing for me is we need a player, because right now our only other out-and-out striker that's in the first team is Divock Origi, who I love, by the way.
Yeah,
who I love. But he's not a false nine.
He hasn't been that good this season at all. Last season, but not this season.
I don't know. Against Everton, he was pretty good.
When? This season?
This season, he destroyed Everton.
Well, maybe that was his only good game this season. Because, if you want to check his stats, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I hear you. He's more of a super sub at this point. And then Klopp puts him in like the Everton. He always plays against Everton because he always scores.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to what my point was saying. I'm not salty until it happens.
Okay.
So if it happens and he was talking us up like you were saying, he was like, I want to work with Klopp. Liverpool's the best team in the world. It's an honor to be linked with them. And then he puts pen to paper with Chelsea. It's kind of a slap in the face.
It is a slap in the face.
But at the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah.
And
that is true.
We're going to move on. We're going to move on.
Because look, if you guys got so excited for Minamino, I'm telling you.
Hey, listen, that's a future.
But I'm saying though, you got so excited for Minamino. How excited were you gonna get, or would you get for Timo Werner? Liverpool fans would go nuts. Like,
and Liverpool Twitter is already losing their minds. They're FSG out, Klopp out. Like it hasn't even happened yet.
But to be honest, for real, like I think Liverpool. I don't know what's going on at the back end. I don't know what's happening financially, but I think Liverpool. I just have
I have the same feeling. I have the same feeling.
I'm saying they should just sign. 52 million ain't bad for Werner. Let's get this thing done. Thank you very much. We have a player. Let him stay on at RB Leipzig until the end of the season. This coming summer, he's a Liverpool player. Yeah. See, you understand?
No, yeah, yeah.
But I think Liverpool are playing that game where they're trying to be that savvy businessman type thing where, you know what, let that thing expire, let that release clause expire. We're gonna get it for 40. We're gonna save 9-10 mil. We're gonna,
Well, that's how they do business. That's just like point blank. It's how Michael Edwards does it.
Yeah. RB Leipzig would be nuts to not take 54 million and take 30.
Well, and I wanted to talk about this earlier when you did bring that up. So you're absolutely right. Who wouldn't take 50 something over 30? But the way Liverpool have done deals in the past, especially since Michael Edwards has come, is they do it with add-ons. So they do it where, especially with buying. So for example, we agreed a fee, I think, with Salah for 43 million.
Yeah.
We ended up only paying 39 million because in the deal there were add-ons. So we do it both ways. So you could say, hey, Liverpool only offering us what'd you say, 30 mil, 32, whatever?
Yeah.
And then, but those add-ons, like, hey, if Timo Werner, we buy him for 32, he scores 20 goals his first season, we'll add on 10 mil. That kind of thing. So, I mean, but that goes on with every club.
But what kind of add-ons were there with Salah? Because Salah did rip it up in his first season. So.
Yeah, if he scores under 10 goals, we'll give you this money.
You know what I mean? But,
God, that first season.
Yeah, man. But Timo Werner, I've made a few videos on him going to Liverpool, and I'm saying him at Liverpool would be very scary. But I truly think that Liverpool needs to make some more signings. I don't think the minimum signing, it has shown signs already that it might not be it.
What are you talking about? What are you? Look, the man has played three games.
What I've seen from Minamino, I'm not convinced, man. I'm just saying, as a football fan, I'm not convinced yet.
Are you not convinced?
I like Minamino. Don't get me wrong. I like Minamino, I see him play for Japan, magnificent for Japan at the World Cup, at the Asian Cup, Copa America, amazing. I don't even think he played at did he play at the Copa America? Maybe the center backup team, but Minamino at Red Bull Salzburg, amazing. But at Liverpool, he just looked like he needs time. He hasn't settled yet.
He hasn't even been here 6 months.
No,
man.
He hasn't settled yet. He's still gonna have the jitters. Maybe the crowd, the Anfield crowd and the Premier League crowd, he's still like, oh God, a lot of people here. You know what I'm saying? But Timo Werner would be scary at Liverpool. He would be scary, I'm telling you. What he's doing right now in the Bundesliga, I've been watching a lot of Bundesliga since it came back. A lot, I'm telling you. Probably more than anybody else right now. I watch a lot of games. And this guy is good. He's scoring for fun. He's helping out in the back. He roams around and
he does runs. Everything like Firmino.
I think you saw the goal that he scored, but I think Gulaci set him up with the throw. I don't know if you watched that game.
You talking about against Mainz?
Yes, I think it was the last
I think
game.
I saw that one.
That was ridiculous. And just the finish, the composure and everything. So long story short, you guys will be missing out on a really good player. And Chelsea, they would be benefiting from a guy like Timo Werner in their team. You see that the thumbnail I made? I put Timo Werner in that Chelsea shirt and everything. He looks good. He looks good in the blue. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think he would look much better in red.
He looks well.
Send me
if the deal goes through to Chelsea. Well, pictures of him in a red Liverpool, jersey would only be, things of the past.
You're killing me, man.
I know there's a few out there, but you guys would miss out on a really, really good player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And we'll probably be hearing something soon because that release clause, I believe, expires June 15th.
Yes.
So we will. I guarantee there's no chance that all the top clubs in Europe aren't on the phone trying to negotiate a deal.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be hearing something in the coming days. But I am with you 100%. I think that Liverpool are still in for him. I
Yeah.
think they're putting the little feelers out to the media like we don't want to buy him, we're not in, just so it takes the because all that affects
Mm.
the price. You know what I mean?
Because and another thing too, what if Liverpool see that, yo man, Chelsea are really making a serious go for this guy? We might just have to just pay the release clause. You see what
It's
I mean?
no, it's
Because
possible.
yeah, Liverpool could say, look, we want him. We got to pay the release clause. He doesn't want to come to Liverpool, so we will win that way. The fact that a player wants us over any other club, but the only thing would be hindering the deal is the fact that Chelsea are willing to pay up front and they're willing to offer him better wages. We would just have to improve the wages and, you know, just upfront the release clause. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah. Because there's no way that we're offering him more than 150 at this point. I don't, especially because he wouldn't be starting.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Henderson and James Milner are both on, I think, 140,
Yeah.
130. So can you
Are
see?
those two guys the highest paid players at the club, or Van
No, no,
Dijk
no, no, no,
is?
no. Salah is currently the highest. It's Salah, Firmino, and Van Dijk is up there, but Salah
Yeah.
and Firmino are the top two
Oh,
right now.
because I don't really know. I don't really have insight on those things. I don't look into those things for some reason.
Well, I mean, in a case like this, it's good to know just because you know what Chelsea's offering, so you can kind of gauge what Liverpool
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
willing to offer. So we'll see.
Before,
We'll see.
yeah. So before we wrap this up, because we've been going for some time, it's fun to talk about these things. But before we wrap this up, do you think that Liverpool would make any big signings this summer? You know, Kai Havertz linked to Liverpool, Timo
So
Werner. Do you think any of these deals would happen?
now I can't answer that with confidence until I know what happens with Timo Werner because he is our signing.
I need something from you, man. I need something from you.
So
You know what I mean?
if we don't sign Timo Werner, I think we end up going after, yes, possibly a Kai Havertz. I don't know if we'll
But
spend what they want. Hold on,
look,
hold on,
not to
hold
cut
on.
you up, not if you can't get Havertz, if you can't get Werner, how are you gonna get Havertz?
What are you talking? What? What are you talking about?
Havertz market value is 80 million.
That's
Yo.
what I was just saying. I said we
Okay.
probably won't pay that much, but if we
Mm-hmm.
can get him, we would get him. We're also looking at Milo Rashica. We've been looking at Ferran Torres, a lot of different players, but Timo Werner
Mm-hmm.
is the only striker
Yeah.
and that we've been looking at, you know? So we
But
have a lot of different players that we're scouting right now. And I would like to see us, I just want to see one attacking signing. That's it. I'd be happy.
what about because look, if you guys can't get Timo Werner, I don't think you're gonna get anybody. See, because if you're not gonna go in with a serious amount of money and teams are gonna outbid you, you're gonna miss out. Because
Well,
if the yeah.
so sorry to cut you off. The only reason I think we're going to sign someone this summer
Mm-hmm.
is because last summer we didn't sign anyone. We signed Minamino in January,
Yeah.
and I don't think we signed anyone else. We sent Rian Brewster out on loan and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But
The only other player you signed was Sepp Vandenberg. You only spent 10 million
yeah,
on
yeah,
him
and he's
for the
playing
whole
for our
year. Yeah.
U23s or whatever.
Mm.
So yeah, no, you're right. I forgot about Seth Vandenberg.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and you got to take into account the market. Everyone's affected by this. So
What I think is going to happen, to be honest, if Liverpool can't get Werner, you might just see Liverpool promoting the likes of Harvey Elliott. You have that guy that's at Bournemouth right now,
Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson. Curtis Williams is gonna Curtis
Jones
is
you
gonna
combine Nico Williams.
No. Curtis Jones and Nico Williams is gonna. I'm just trying to fool the fans and let them think I don't know about Liverpool like that.
Oh yeah, sure.
But Nico Williams, Curtis Jones definitely are gonna get promoted. So that's the signings that you guys might see at Liverpool this summer. If you don't get the likes of Timo Werner and Havertz. I'm saying this, if you cannot get Timo Werner, you're not going to get Havertz.
Yeah, no, and I do agree with you because Havertz is way more expensive. Exactly. He's also younger, and but they're not the same position. We're also probably looking to get rid of some players. Adam Lallana, you know what I mean? True. So, but
Lallana is going to leave on a free though.
Well, we did extend his contract because of this whole COVID thing, but I don't know how much though.
But this COVID thing, the clause, it does not affect players leaving on a free, I think. It will get the players to play on until the end of the season, because a lot of contracts are going to get amended because of that reason. But the players are going to be free to leave still.
Gotcha.
After, you see what I mean?
No, yeah. And we also got to think, if we don't sign anyone, God, man, we're trying to get rid of Dejan Lovren and Shaqiri.
Yeah, he's definitely, he's going to go. I think you guys should do whatever it takes to get rid of Lovren. A champion team like Liverpool, Lovren he's just like, he just irks me.
Yeah, you know, a lot of Liverpool fans feel the same way you do. And I'm one of those people where, don't get me wrong, he has had some horrible games for Liverpool. But when Matip was out injured the first year we got Matip, like first or second year under Klopp, Dejan Lovren did excellent at the back.
Okay. Well, did you win anything? Did you win anything that it matters?
It matters that he's a Champions League champion.
Yeah,
I mean, he has that.
Yeah, that is true.
He has two other trophies as well. Do you remember those trophies?
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. He won the trophies, but Liverpool did not start winning things in the last couple seasons until they spent. And the point I'm trying to make is, you guys got to pull out the wallet and spend if you're gonna continue to be successful. That's what I'm saying.
And I'll just end with my thought here. So how Klopp works, he buys players and builds them up.
Yes.
To world class. He buys them right at the brink, right? So you look at players, 35 million for Mane, 29. Well, he didn't buy Firmino, but 29 million for Firmino. Firmino's world class now. Van Dijk 75. Who knows what Van Dijk's worth now? I mean, Jesus, that man is something special. You know, but you're right. Once we finally bought, I think the turning point was Van Dijk. Van Dijk was the turning point. Alisson was the cherry on top to winning trophies.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the game before we had Van Dijk compared to the game he started.
Yeah, I know.
Night and day.
I know. Do you realize that Van Dijk have only missed a couple Liverpool matches, maybe 5 to 6?
Yep. And who played in place of Van Dijk when he was gone? Do you know? It was that guy Lovren, and Lovren did excellent.
Yeah, but Lovren, man.
Look, I want Lovren gone.
We saved this for another video.
Absolutely.
But we just have to wait and see. Everyone know I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm a City fan, but I like to talk about Liverpool on my channel. So, because, look, and I tell people this. They say, why you talk about Liverpool? Liverpool, they're the hottest thing. You're going to talk about the hottest thing. That's the hottest thing right now. Liverpool, we're going to talk about Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Every time we talk about City, nobody wants to hear about City all the time. Not even City fans want to hear about City. You see what I mean? So,
oh my God.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me.
So, people love to hate City. People don't like to see City win because of,
Same thing with Liverpool, too.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not so much just football fans. It's rival fans. Rival fans hate Liverpool. They don't want to see Liverpool win the win.
And everybody hates City, basically.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But we would just have to wait and see what happens. We would track the development of the whole Timo Werner thing. And hopefully you and I could come back and talk about this whole thing. If the deal is confirmed, we could get your reaction and hear how you feel about either missing out on a potential world-class striker in Timo Werner or getting him at your club.
Absolutely. So I hope it's the latter. So
yeah. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I know we went on for a while, but I like long videos myself, so I know you do too. Don't forget, go check out my boy Kyle's channel, Nothing But Reds. And don't forget to slap a like on the video. Kyle, would you like to say something to the people?
Not at all, man. I just appreciate your time. I think it was a real fun video. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. We probably should know in the next few days here. So
yeah, we definitely will.
Be looking forward to that.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys get the players that you link to, the Koulibalys and the Mbappés and
Stop.
Yeah. So guys, man, thank you very much for watching this video. Appreciate it. So until next time, guys, peace out.